Good morning, theater. Now, Coach Boeheim, he's been around a long time, and he has seen a lot of body types. Fair comparison of Sir Charles and Zion, but two totally different players. Number one, Charles did not have the explosiveness that Zion has. But on the flip side, Zion wasn't not yet because he's still young. Charles would absolutely go through you on a break and was a little bit more refined scorer. So that still has yet to be seen in Zion's game, but he can develop that. I think Charles was a little bit ahead of the game in terms of that 6'3", 6'4", and I'll be generous and give him 6'5" type player that could dominate a game at both ends of the floor. But let's face it, they weren't cut. Charles wasn't cut, but he was strong. He was country strong, as we call it.
But if I said you could have Charles Barkley's career knowing what he did, you're going to have a Hall of Fame career, or I give you the unknown of Zion Williamson, what would you take?
I would take Sir Charles. I would take Sir Charles's career.
Okay.
Yeah, because knowing that I'm going to get the Hall of Fame player, I'm going to get the MVP, led two organizations in Philadelphia as well as Phoenix. There's a lot of Zion is going to put people in the stands, and in today's age of social media, that's huge. Mm-hmm. So I like the upside, but I still don't know. In today's games, you've got to be able to shoot, and that's something that is still the big question mark on Zion. The game that he had, 30 and 15 or whatever last week that we talked about, he made 3 threes. Before that, he had made 4 threes all year. Yeah. So there's a little bit of an inconsistency with his jump shot. But again, that's something you can add. You can become better at that. Michael Jordan wasn't a great jump shooter when he entered the league, became a really good jump shooter. So that's something that's a part of Zion's game that will be added, I believe, later to go along with that athleticism, and I think that's going to make him a much more complete basketball player. If you had the ability to place Zion Williamson with an NBA team for the betterment of the league, what team would you put him on? Well, I think it's really going to come down. I think it's going to look a lot like the Frozen card. However, however the Knicks got Patrick Ewing, it was the old myth that it was one of those weighted down balls that, oh my God, the Knicks got Patrick Ewing. Couldn't you just see Zion turning that franchise around? I mean, an electrifying player. The most logical thing, and if you're looking to turn around a franchise, obviously it would be the Knicks. But I would love to see him in Phoenix with Devin Booker and Andre Ayton. I mean, they have corner pieces there. So I could see him in Phoenix as well.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.